Multitasking. Tell me what is meant by multitasking here? So the multitasking is nothing but the multitasking is nothing but executing several tasks. Okay, executing several tasks simultaneously. Okay, executing several tasks simultaneously is known as what? Tell me now. Is known as multitasking. Okay, executing several tasks simultaneously is known as multitasking. Right? Already I said right. So, for example, listening the classes and at a time observing the surroundings and checking the mobiles. So that is nothing but what no multitasking. So give me examples for multitasking now here. For example, listening the classes. Next, uh, serving surroundings. Next, watching mobile. Watching mobile at a time. So this is nothing but what here? Multitasking. Okay, executing several tasks simultaneously, where each and every executing several tasks simultaneously is known as multitasking. The example is what now? Listening classes, observing surroundings, watching mobiles. Okay, done, no problem. Then here, observe very clearly, there are two types of multitasking. Okay, how many types of multitasking here? Two types of multitasking. What are the two types of multitasking, sir? Is nothing but the first one is like a process based multitasking. Okay, what is the first one now? Process based multitasking. Next, the second one is like a thread based multitasking. Okay, process based multitasking and thread based multitasking. This is nothing but what here? There are two types of multitasking: process based multitasking and thread based multitasking. Right? Now try to understand here what I am saying. No. Okay, process based multitasking and thread based multitasking. Okay, then now try to understand here. First, we'll go through that first one. That is nothing but process based multitasking. Sir, what is meant by process based multitasking, sir? Okay, observe very clearly here what I am saying. No, what is meant by process based multitasking is nothing but executing several tasks, executing several tasks simultaneously. Okay, executing several tasks simultaneously, where each and every task is separate independent process is known as is known as what? Tell me now. Process based multitasking. I'll teach you. Okay, process based multitasking, right? So the process based multitasking is nothing but we have to execute the several tasks. Okay, no problem. Here each and every task is separate independent process. Okay, that is nothing but, for example, try to understand. I want to write some Java code in Eclipse. Okay, writing Java code in Eclipse. Okay, I'm writing Java code in Eclipse, and at a time, for example, I'm listening songs. Okay, listening songs from YouTube. Okay, at a time, I'm listening songs from where here? YouTube, and at a time, downloading files from internet. Okay, downloading files from where here? Internet. Okay, now you guys are able to understand what I am saying now here. Okay, try to understand here. For example, process based multitasking is nothing but executing several tasks simultaneously. Okay, here we are executing several tasks simultaneously. Okay, writing the Java code in Eclipse and listening songs from YouTube and downloading files from internet. Here we are developing executing several tasks or not? Yes, but here each and every task is okay, each and every task is a separate independent process or not? Okay, writing Java code in Eclipse, listening songs from YouTube, is there any relation, any dependency between these two tasks? No. Listening songs from YouTube and downloading files from internet, any like a dependency is there? No. Now here try to understand, we are developing, I mean we are executing multiple tasks where each and every task is a separate independent process. That is nothing but what now here? Process based multitasking. Now you guys are able to understand what is meant by process based multitasking? Okay, done sir. First thing, multitasking is nothing but executing several tasks simultaneously is known as multitasking. For example, listening classes, observing surroundings, watching mobile. There are two types of multitasking. The first one is process based multitasking. The second one is thread based multitasking. What is meant by process based multitasking? Executing several tasks simultaneously where each and every task is a separate independent process is known as process based multitasking. Next, what is the second one now? Thread based multitasking. Okay, what is meant by thread based multitasking, sir? Here. Okay, first thing I want to give one overview about thread. What is meant by thread, sir? Okay, now actually, if you want in Java, thread is a one inbuilt class. Okay, in Java, thread is a class which is present in java.lang package. Okay, in Java, thread is a one class which is present in where? Java.lang package. Okay, and the another thing is if you want to execute any task, okay, if you want to execute any task, the required thing is, okay, the required thing is thread. For example, if you want to execute any one simple Java program, hello world program, okay, a system.out.println of hello world, okay, if you want to execute any simple hello world program, that is also one task or not? Respond, that is also one task or not? Yes. If you want to execute the hello world program also, the required thing is thread. Okay, the simple thing is to perform a task. Okay, if you want to execute the task, what is the required thing now? Thread, right? But you may ask one question, sir, still now we have completed at least some 200 programs, all the basic number programs, pattern programs, next constructors, methods, polymorphism, loops, okay, all exception handling, okay, or wrapper class, we have completed some programs. Okay, now we have executed a lot of programs, but still we didn't use any thread. Then where you was saying thread? Very good, right? So here, each and every class in Java we have one thread, sir. Each and every class in Java we have one thread. That is nothing but main thread. Okay, that is nothing but what? Main thread. Okay, sir. Each and every class in Java we have one thread, main thread. Who is creating the thread? Okay, JVM will create one thread that is also known as main thread. Okay, now in each and every Java program, JVM create one thread that is known as what? Main thread. So that thread will execute all the code. Okay, still now we are executing the here still now we have executed few programs, right? All the programs was executed by main thread only. Okay, now you guys are able to understand now. So we know first what is thread. So thread is a one class or inbuilt class which is present in which package now? Java.lang package. What is the purpose of thread? Thread is used to, otherwise thread is responsible for task, execute the task. Okay, if you want to execute any task, what is the required thing now? Thread, right? Okay, done, sir. Now we know what is a thread. Now we are going to discuss about the thread-based multitasking also. What is meant by thread-based multitasking, sir? Is nothing but try to understand executing several tasks. Executing several tasks simultaneously. Okay, executing several tasks simultaneously where each and every task is, okay, executing several tasks simultaneously where each and every task is separate independent, okay, separate independent part of the, okay, separate independent part of the same program. separate independent part of the same program is known as thread-based multitasking. Okay, thread-based multitasking. I'll explain. I'll give you another one example and I'll show you. Okay, don't worry. Done. First, try to understand the difference between these two things here. Process based, executing several tasks simultaneously, where each and every task is separate independent process. Okay, separate independent process. Executing, writing Java code in Eclipse is one separate process. Listening songs from YouTube is one separate process. Say yes or no? Yes. But here try to understand executing several tasks simultaneously, where each and every task is separate independent part of the same program. Okay, separate independent part of the what? Same program. Okay, done, sir. What is the meaning of that? We'll see that also. For example, I'll go to that page. For example, I want to execute I want to create some Java application. Okay. Okay, I have created one Java application. Okay. For example, here I have created one Java application. In the Java application, for example, we have some 10,000 lines of code is there. Okay, how much lines? Some 10,000 lines of Java code is there. In the 10,000 lines of Java code, okay, 10,000 lines of Java code, to execute this complete Java code, it will take some like a 10 hours time. Okay, how much time it will take to execute this complete the Java code here? 10 hours time it will take. Right. Now, to execute the task, what is the required thing? Thread is required. Okay, sir, done. So here we have one Java program is there, some 10,000 lines of code is there. To execute this code, it will take some 10 hours time. Okay, just assume that. But try to understand the second, for example, I have divided this code into some two parts. Okay, I have divided this code into two parts. Okay, same program only, two parts is there. For example, here we have some 5,000 lines of code is there. Some 5,000 lines of code is there. Here also we have some 5,000 lines of code is there. To execute the complete code, how much time it will take? How much time it will take? 10 hours time it will take. And the concept is, okay, so first 5,000 lines of code, second 5,000 lines of code, there is no dependency. Okay, I mean, there is a second 5,000 lines of code is not depending. There is no relation between first 5,000 lines of code and the second 5,000 lines of code. Okay, now you guys are able to understand what I am saying now? Okay. Actually, execution start from top to bottom. Okay, if you execute the complete code, it will take 10 hours time. But why I need to wait first 5,000 lines of code should complete, then only remaining 5,000 lines of code will be executed, right? Why it will take 10 hours time? So why this code should wait to complete this code? Okay, so for that here, to execute the task, what is the required thing now? Thread, right? Okay, done. For this first 5,000 lines of code I want to execute. For that, I am creating one thread called T1 thread. Okay, I am creating thread called T1 thread. Next, second part of code also I want to execute. This code, if you want to execute this code also, how much time it will take? Sorry. If you want to execute this code also, the required thing is what now? Thread. So again here I am creating another one thread. Two threads I am creating. Okay, two threads I am creating. T1 thread and T2 thread. Now I am starting at a time. T1 and T2. At a time I am starting the execution. Now tell me how much time it will take. Just 5 hours. Say son of us to execute the complete code, it will take 10 hours time. But here I am dividing into two halves. But there is no dependency, first part and second part. Okay, so the first part which should be completed, then only it will come into the second part. Okay, now but here it will taking 10 hours time. Why we need to wait to complete the first part? Then only it will come to the second part, right? So I don't want to waste time. So that's why to execute the first task, I am creating one thread. To execute the second task, I am creating another one thread. And I am starting two threads at a time. Okay, how much time it will take, sir, here? 5 hours time. So the time is reducing or not, sir, here? First, observe the definition here. Executing several tasks simultaneously. Yes, we are executing several tasks simultaneously. Say yes or no. What are the two tasks now? First 5,001 task, second 5,001 task. Executing several tasks simultaneously. Okay, done. Where each and every task is separate independent part. Okay, now this is also one separate independent part. This is also one separate independent part of the same program. This is one separate independent part, this one separate independent part. But both are in the same program or not, sir, here? This is nothing but a thread-based multitasking. Okay, now you guys are able to understand. So tell me, executing several tasks simultaneously where each and every task, okay, 5 hours time. To execute the complete code, it will take 10 hours time, but to execute the first part, it will take some 5 hours time. To execute the second part, it will take some 5 hours time. Okay, total time. So here I am starting two threads at a time. T1 dot start. Next after that here. Okay, T1 dot start. Next T2 dot start. Two threads I am starting at a time. So how much time it will take now here? Just 5 hours time. So the application speed up is reduced or not, sir, here? Okay, now. Okay. Now try to understand, sir, here. Okay, done. So this is the story. Now you guys are able to understand what is the difference between process-based multitasking and thread-based multitasking, right? Now here, the process-based multitasking is there, right? The process-based multitasking is best suitable for OS level. OS level is nothing but operating system. Okay, now so here the process based multitasking is best suitable for what? OS level. Okay, best suitable for OS level. Next after that here second one, that is nothing but what now here? Thread based multitasking. Okay, now thread based multitasking. Now here the thread based multitasking is best suitable for what? Best suitable for what? Okay, now a thread-based multitasking is best suitable for programming level. Okay, now you guys are able to understand, sir, what I am saying now here. Okay, process-based multitasking is best suitable for OS level. Thread-based multitasking is best suitable for programming level, coding level. But here I am writing one note point. Try to understand whether it is process-based or thread-based. Okay, it may be process-based or thread-based. What is the main intention of that multi-threading? Okay. The no no not I'm not asking like that. Whether it is whether it is process based or thread based. Okay, whether it is process based or thread based, the main intention of okay multitasking. Okay, the main intention of multitasking is what's are here? Okay, now increase the application performance. Okay, performance. Now here I'll go through the thread. What is meant by thread? What is the purpose of thread? Okay. Now try to understand, sir, here. Thread is a inbuilt class, sir. Okay. Now thread is a inbuilt class which is present in Java dot lang package. Okay. Now thread is an inbuilt class which is present in where? Now tell me. Java dot lang package. So what is the purpose of thread, sir? If you want to execute any task, the required thing is thread. Okay, now if we want to execute a task, the execute the task, the thread is responsible. Okay, otherwise thread is responsible to execute the task. Thread is responsible for execute a task. Okay, now you guys are able to understand, sir, what I am saying now here. Okay, next after that here, okay, sir, thread is a class or inbuilt class. So you were saying thread is a class, right? So in thread class, any methods is available. In strings, we have seen few methods, strings, right? What are the methods we have seen in strings? length method, uppercase, lowercase, concat, next to substring, replace, different methods we have seen. So string is also inbuilt class, which is present in java.lang package. Now you are saying thread is also an inbuilt class, which is present in java.lang package. Now any inbuilt methods is available in thread class? Yes, we have few inbuilt methods is there. Just I'll show you the methods. Then we'll go through that next concept. Now, listen everyone. So here I have created one class. Execution starts from where? Main method. So for that here I'm creating one main method. Okay. Now in that main method, just here I'm writing one print statement. System dot out dot println of. For now here I'm writing welcome to thread. Otherwise welcome to multi-threading. Okay, welcome to multithreading. Okay, I am executing one statement, right? So I said previously, so if you want to execute any one single line of statement also, what is the required thing now? Thread. Okay, now so if you want to execute the code, what is the required thing now? Thread. So now I'm saying here, in this program, one thread is available. I said already here, each and every program we have one thread. Okay, now that thread is created by JVM. And the thread name is what's are here? Main thread. Like that I said. First I want to execute now. Okay, done. Yes, we are getting welcome to multi-threading. No problem. So I am executing properly. Means thread is available. Sir, I want to know the thread name, sir. Okay, I want to know the thread name. So tell me, okay, so tell me what is the thread name. So how we can find out the thread name? Means, so here we have one method, sir. Okay, if we want to get the thread name, then here we have to write class name. What is the class name now here? Thread dot current thread dot, okay, thread dot current thread dot get name method. One method is there. What's the method now? Get name method. Okay, if you want to get the thread name, okay, if you want to access the thread name, then here we have to use what now? Thread dot current thread dot get name. Now we'll get the thread name, right? I want to execute this. Try to understand here. Yes, welcome to multi-threading. That's print statement. Then what is the thread name we are getting now here? Main thread. Okay, now you guys are able to understand, sir, what I am saying now here. Or to get the thread name, which method we have to use now here? Okay, thread dot current thread dot get name method. Okay, now what's the purpose of the get name method here? Get name method is used to get the name of the thread. Okay, now name of the thread. Right. Next, after that here, for example, try to understand here. Okay, sir, we are getting the thread name, right? I want to access the like a for example, each and every thread is having some ID. I want to access the ID, sir. How we can access the ID? Is nothing but here we have one method is available. That is nothing but get ID. One method is there. But here we have one symbol is available deprecated. What is meant by deprecated now? Okay, now deprecation to main deprecated since version 19 is nothing but there is no longer available. In future we are going to remove that method. So don't use. That is the story. So I want to execute this. Try to understand, sir, here. What is the ID we are getting now here? One. Okay, now so like that some thread ID is there. Each and every thread is having some ID. This is a main thread. So by default we are getting one. The next one thing is available. That is nothing but priority also. One method is available. Okay, now thread priority. The priority ranges will be 1 to 10. Okay, the priority ranges will be what here? 1 to 10. By default, in this program, only one thread is there. So tell me what will get the priority? Normal priority. Normal priority is 5 only. Okay, now so normal priority is 5. So try to understand. System.out.println thread dot current thread dot get priority. Get priority one method is there, right? Now try to understand, sir. Here I want to execute now. Yes, we are getting the priority 5. Okay, now for example, some 5 methods is there. Some 5 methods, 5 threads I have created, sorry. 5 threads I have created. I didn't provide any priority. Okay, now I'm not using any priority. So by default, all the threads is having same priority or not, sir, here? Same priority only. Okay, now you guys are able to understand, sir. For example, I want to give the priority, sir. Okay, now for example, I want to create one thread. That thread I want to give priority 1. So the thread which is having the priority 1, that thread should execute first. Okay, right? So remaining threads will be execute later. Okay, now you guys are able to understand, sir. Next, this is the story about what now here? Priority method. Next, after that, here we have like a one very important method is there. In the interview point of view, definitely they'll ask the question. Okay, now so very important methods. What are that methods, sir? Is nothing but get name. Next, get a priority. Get priority. Next, after that, here like a get a ID. Get id. Okay, and next after that the fourth one, sir, very important, sir. Okay, now that is nothing but run method. What is the fourth one now here? Run method. Okay, now next after that here fifth one, that is nothing but start method. Now here we have to take special care here, sir. What is the purpose of run method, sir? What is the purpose of start method? Okay, now try to understand. If you want to, what is the main purpose of thread? Execute the task. Execute the task. So, whatever the task you want to execute, whatever the task you want to execute, that task should mention inside the run method. Okay, now whatever the task you want to execute, the task should mention inside where? Run method. Okay, sir, I am mentioning the task inside the run method. Then what is the purpose for start method? To start the execution or to start the thread, we have to use start method. Okay, now try to understand here run method. Okay, we have to mention the task inside the run method. Okay, we have to mention the task inside the run method. Next, start method to start the thread. To start the thread we have to use start method. Okay, start method. We have to use start method. Okay, now you guys are able to understand what I am saying now here. For example, try to understand here. I'll remove this everything. Okay, I'll remove this everything. Okay, now here I'm writing just one print statement. System.out.println of hello. Which thread is executing this statement now? Main thread is executing. Say yes or no, sir? Yes, main thread is executing. If you want to know the thread name, here we have to use thread dot current thread dot get name. Okay, if you want to access the ID, if you want to access the priority, we can use the priority. Okay, sir, very good. Now just you are saying main thread is there, main thread is executing. Now first thing, I want to create a thread. Okay, I want to create a thread. So tell me how to create the thread. Okay, now how to create the thread? Otherwise, how many ways we can create a thread? Okay, not only this methods, here we have a lot of methods is there. Sleep method, join method, yield method. Okay, we'll see in the future. We'll see all the methods. Now my concept is first how to create a thread or how many ways we can create a thread. Very important question. Okay, we can create threads in two ways. Okay, now how many ways we can create a thread here? We can create a thread in a two ways. What are the two ways, sir? Is nothing but the first one is extending thread class. Extending thread class. Already I said thread is a class, inbuilt class which is present in Java data lang package. Next, here we have one interface is there. Okay, now so implementing runnable interface. What is the interface name now? Runnable interface. We can create thread in two ways, sir. What are the three ways now? Extending thread class and implementing runnable interface. Okay, now you guys are able to understand, sir. Here we can create a thread. Interview point of view, they can ask how many ways we can create a thread. Which way is best? Tell me how many ways we can create a thread now? Two ways we can create a thread, extending thread class and implementing runnable interface. Which way is best? Okay, that tomorrow we'll discuss. Okay, now done.